coin and you know Kwamete San Matthew Kovacic and also City Bobo Konobetima Jana coin and for Brantia your friends Ilka Gundogan Ominano hey pleasure Man City Bobo Konomu and summertime for Nibia Ometima Jomo coin Hamamusuno every City Bobo Konoma Quaninano and some dear Toda and on a pedi Sansamno and some Nadimamo I watch Madino so na Ansumani 40 hey boy was here kind and some Nadima boss a Bobo Konano pay Mamin Fontuda sir Adiana Time Anya Ayadan yes Openia your friends and the fluke manager have been my boss at Timino one Abrantia friend say hey Ansumani 40 the agents are quite shiat and after the representatives I'm around the two money Nanya de Sakurana kind of plans and the summertime for any beer almost Pesakura no ton and I'm say where bus anymore about the panzer Akurana friends and so many 40 a bet you some Nanya body biabo our boss at Timinti summertime for any beer hey like Sabrantia your friends are also 40 there's some bus at Timino who met him keeping them say Wamodia Tuba and enemies home a bet you some not on Beno am I like summertime for any beer and so 40 about done an idiot free bus at Timako and you report about to and I'll pay this answer and some Nadimamo na Victor Seaman hey a player was here kind had the Galatasaray Bobokono or Bolo from Napoli and I'll pay my main phone to the same I just said a loan to Nesua but no ever free Galatasaray now my main phone to the yes a boy the crown one Galatasaray team one more than Comodia to him say or Pasuoko I'm a Galatasaray team than Comunia and come Victor Seaman on back to make it in Anzo Bwana Pesoko report Manchester United Bokono Womuna Victor Seaman on paper I'm a Bona Besakan and so the mom and you Manchester United and Kona Ope Metasa Singer and so many Victor Seaman Ope they are likely the possible destination a better my Premier League in Mananope the Sans Sabno and so Namamo and watch my dear Sonina and so dear Toda and on Ope the Sans Sabno and so Nadimamo na Abruntena your friends Den Heis no Siakan had them a bomb of Oya Kuna I woke up with Siakan and so Nadama England and said to me Bwana Din Sempi dia Tuda what is a man for pay Helen Kineso no Madu the 4 Panania day was saying near Japan or a proud is Yasha sent Linkin to Madrid now a player the other soon sir Roberto Siakan had the team Kasia the mama they say at Ramad no Meseno Oko Pimo bomb of her or Sinaka or Contata who knows some Naguso Bonabo and so the bomb of Bobo Konemano had this Chese Nedai so and it's just in this one and David Abinobesia kind and so the mama de Bobo Konampono the role model hey Sergio Ramos and Sama Aquadana your friend denies Lucia kind had my bomb of Bobo Kono or also Nadia Tuda Namete mother the phone or Mopa Kodani Panamo Neba Closono hey 50 million euros I know hey Sika Setima your friends and mother for you and Sana Kodana your friends hey denies no Obako Kosia kind and so Mama de Bobo Konani and so you did to and on Ope the Sansabno and so Nadimamo and what you might so now Mammy Fontuda Sir Enzo Fernandez or a player and so the matches Bobo Kono Abranta and mother for the Peniepa and Ope Mammy Fontuda say a situation team Namoya where some mother the phone or Enzo Fernandez or Mope now the and sir mother for no Enzo Fernandez chance for the Omodia chance and no the pan and total in Nubia Opa Kodana 90 million euros and yes car Utu and Sana Brantia your phone send Enzo Fernandez no on set Timaka Besia kind and some diamanti your chance summertime for the Nubet maybe and I'm sir Ramad the phone the Omopabo and the pa Namsam Homo ya was Abrantia friend is Eduardo Camavinga no likely summertime for any beer. I was a Liverpool team no Homo Pebueno and for Manchester City for Nano almost not Pebueno Homo prepare life after Abrantia. Your friend is Eduardo Camavinga. Homo Gide pass a player. Roberto some replace Eduardo Camavinga no. Hey Abrantia friend is Enzo Fernandez Osiakai. Had Manchester Robo Konano and some later Sabano Bueno on call for cheaper no enso e die tobia eno no pedi sansa no enso namamo abonte fone sempo no Alexander Isak osia kan Hedman Newcastle United boboko no Arsenal team no ebe yodiom betime bia sana bia sama transfer no ni bia wo mo se betima ka koda no wo mo ogide pass abonte na fone se Isak no wo ba Arsenal ni mo no eno mo betima koye pa enso mnada ma Arsenal boboko no se akora no bola obo enso mnada ma Newcastle United boboko no Arsenal fo no e wo gide pass sanso no eno be pemo team fans Arsenal eno mo betima konom se Arsenal fo no wo mo creative players ye pa na wo Martin Odegaard nom eno chesem na brantie bi enso atisa declaration nom wo chia omo gide pass wo mo nya brantia ye fo ne sem na ye Alexander Isak na wo betima bo mo go so no Hedman Arsenal nom se Bukayo Saka nom eno Gabriel Martinelli mu ina no players wo betima so na mabo no create a lot of chances Hedman brantia ye fans Alexander Isak na bia wo betima bo mo go so no Hedman Arsenal bobo konta kwambia so no sama transfer no ni bie na Alexander Isak no onsa Arsenal for konwa na mane nwa wanwa no enso mnya later seba ana pede sansa no enso mna di mamo na mame fontu jasa about friends Luis Diaz osia kan enso de ma Liverpool bobo kono onsa ya di ama dada sam na brantie no likely sama transfer no ni bia about friends Luis Diaz na bonsa ebeti so na fa koda no ama chese yese bonsa team no kra no omo so ngane Luis Diaz wi anesa ama nkomodie personal terms ni ade no omo so ngane bo na wi dia ka so ne se Liverpool team no nyakopon ya doma sama transfer no ni baby na omo nya etiade se omo ne Liverpool team no omo ne bonsa ebeti so hia din komo na nkomodie no so team go through na omo se bia Luis Diaz no omo se beti makana bonsa dia wojide se kwambia so akoda no omo so nsa beti makana nso Liverpool so beti majabo no hebran krabia na beti emete 70 million euros ska team friends Liverpool omo so na expect ansa na Luis Diaz no omo so atimaja no amna kosia kai enso de ma boss boboko na ena no pedi sansa no enso na de mamo na Xabi Alonso haya manager hadema Liverpool si boboko no ano pe mami fontu wani sa yasem ngora no enche obetima announcement sa onu betima stay anasa obetima ko na sa announcement mete sa March 27th and to busumi e womi ne de toso aduonu so na ure fane sa haya Xabi Alonso ebetimo so na sa announcement no na sa announcement onu aya na no ana betima confirm sa onu ure fane simple no haya Xabi Alonso ebetimo so na stay hawo Liverpool si boboko no no wati so na to so aya manager de ma Liverpool si team no ananse bia manager no ebetima ko no mami fontu da se yese Liverpool si mpai fo no wo mo jide pass openi e fene se aya Xabi Alonso ebetima se ne mpo no wato so na badwuma as manager adama Bayern Liverpool si boboko no ani later se ba ene no pedi sansa no enso na de mamo awo dwuma de so ani na no enso na de ba na mami fontu da sa akwadana ye fene se na mpo no aya pa okubans we defender enso adama base boboko no akorane dia tuda sam nani ajepa sa Raul Asensio so no watu so anya kola pa obepia wo na set team no be sia kan enso na ma Spain na set team no wo so no de on team chance openya fene se Luis de la Fuente beka se sa two players no na pe wa chiro wo no abrante fans pa okubasi ana fa brantia ye fans Raul Asensio na just sa two players no on betim so pa wa chiro na bibia so etima ko enso na de ma Spain na set team no wo so wo jire pass wo no pa okubasi ana fa Raul Asensio no wo na two good players on any day no so mo ye chance na wo betima ya juma no de ma Spain na set mani ensema abrante fans pa okubasi no enso na player de ma Spain na set team no ono so na dia tuja ana no pa dis handsome no enso na de mamo wo juma dia so ni na no enso dia ba ye kobusa tibo ko koto asa na Thibaut Courtois ba no say na say no mama ni go post no and from a Belgium national team no o see in front to this na issues kakra ho na obetima kama obia so this issues ni say o mo etima solve ne kama na o say nansa na obaba ni na no e na obepie mo camp no wanya kwanya enso na ni teammates o mo sia kan edema Belgium national team no o mo tima di nkomo kama pa ama bibia kwe na o say obepie mo camp no so no o mo nyina tima hia ama obia tima kanadwen ama no Thibaut Courtois no watima na kire na dwen e de ache ne colleagues no ama ne colleagues no so obia so no e tim so na kire na dwen de ache no e de san issue na o between no ni coach no ana for playing body o mo so na sia kan edema Belgium na say team ni na no san issues no obia de atu ati kama o mo enim say no metima konkode say na be ya be say Belgium na say team no e betima qualify for the World Cup e be ko so e o Mexico Canada ana for United States of America no na bibia so na tima for Antonio de woji to mpa mentally ana for psychologically ni na no o mo so na ya de sempo no o ma ya ready o mo twan sempo no games ni betima chance no mo timi so na konkode e de ma Belgium to no abante fonza Thibaut Courtois oni de oni teammates no o mo ni issues bia ni esema Thibaut Courtois goalkeeper and so na de ma the Red Devils of Belgium no oni dia to de no pai e de won sam no and so na de ma mojo de so ni na no and so na de ba se prince akwaba
yeah sinko major also
obani na bagode
trade ampo nyankopo adaroma bibia de na
ye de amiase de amiase ye am no ni sebnu.
Okay, very good. Sinko mamingwe move straight away. You see, England, there are a lot of issues popping up there. Over air the squad, Papa, a friend of Thomas Tuchel, and the first air call up. Oh yeah. A lot of people feel like, I say, oh yeah, some call up or more expected because with the inclusion of players like Jordan Henderson and with the exemption of Trent Alexander-Arnold and some key players, I know Bunim say, what they do a better than Safromo, they were all exempted. So many England air squad need to swam here. You see, there's one particular thing about this man Thomas Tuchel. Maybe particular manager Thomas Tuchel is one particular coach. You see, they are philosophical coaches. Whenever such coaches, when they come into your team, no matter the kind of team that you are having, they will make sure they implement their own ideas, the kind of belief they have in football. And Thomas Tuchel is one of them. Let's not forget, no matter what you do to Jose Mourinho, he will always stick to the air philosophy. That is, to defend very well and then make sure all defending, but say your goals are a bit me winning the game. Because Jose Mourinho believes, to defend well will win you games. You see how it is. Because if you defend very well, the opponent cannot score you. But if you defend very well and you take your chances, you are on the verge of winning your game. This is Jose Mourinho. Since his inception as a coach, he has had that mentality from day one at FC Porto. And up till now, Jose Mourinho believes in defense more than attacking because he believes that the opponent and Shana or no quality strikers or 1, 2, 3 chances or meeting the ball at then they will go all the way to win their games. This is Jose Mourinho. We've had Papa friend Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola also believed in say ball near the air boy any opponent but near man and nine carbon Libya a better than Wabeshe. You get the idea here. Jose Mourinho believes say one man opponent come and better neta or the chance to win the game. But Pep also believes says a many ball na mama one touchable Libya or better than Wabeshe and to no believe in the possessive based football. And Jose Mourinho believes in the defensive and then counter-attacking football. And Papa friend Thomas Tuchel, this is one particular coach. I don't want to raise and I say praise him that much, but I believe Thomas Tuchel is one of the coaches who making sure so blended the attacking and defensive style of play. He has blended the attacking and the defensive style of play. Me in praise ne Bebre said the medical, but when he came to Chelsea, we saw what he did with the Chelsea team. This was a team, frankly speaking, let's be realistic. The Chelsea team that won the Champions League had not much more quality than teams along the way. And during that time, they scored against Manchester City, arguably the best team in the world at that time. On the way, they made sure they eliminated Real Madrid. So looking at these two teams particularly, Madrid is having the standard in the Champions League. And on any Champions League night, no matter what you do, you go below Madrid unless a miracle happens. And San Wait may win against Madrid in such moments. They won against Madrid on the way, and they dominated Madrid too. Not just winning, they dominated Madrid, creating numerous number of chances against Manchester City. Pep Guardiola admitted himself during that season, the only team and Pep Guardiola ain't been anymore. It was Thomas Tuchel's Manchester Chelsea. And me the video be my MCR. I don't know. Say I met me am yaboni etia. Ransford video near ready. Afatus nientie Papa friend Pep Guardiola on one kasana no munsem. He admitted very good. Nientie and some man workan.
Three central defender. Why Chelsea plays so good? Because they have three central defender closers, the two holding midfielder, related move close, the pockets closer. They have a structure of 5 and 2 players so close, and the distances are so close. And at the same time, they are so wide with the wingbacks. They are so deep with the Bernard Mukas in behind. That's why you cannot be close, because they push you here, and a lot of good players in the middle. And that's why it's difficult to to face the teams like they want the ball and they want to play. Why Chelsea plays so good?
This is the statement made by Pep Guardiola, the best coach in the world at that time, coaching the best team in England, and also he was very much consistent in the Champions League. That particular season, anytime you share Chelsea, Biano no suffer to win against Chelsea. That was the year, even in the EFL Cup, Chelsea ate Michel and Manchester City, if you could remember. That year, I think they met 4 times or so. And Thomas Tuchel continuously making sure send a hand on top of Pep Guardiola. And every game he made sure to frustrate Pep Guardiola. And any BBL so tie Guardiola and Semna no kana or say Chelsea team no, they are very close when you are attacking them. Omo defense is very close. In the midfield they are having 2 players omo close, but yet almost are wide when Chelsea are attacking. And to this one particular team also omo close in defending. They are also very wide. Do you understand this statement here? Meaning Papa a friend Thomas Tuchel make sure to frustrate Papa a friend Pep Guardiola. Only team need defending very well. And yes, o defend the ultimate match of the ball send me because o defend it means waka coordinate. But o defend no osai so wide to the stance omo na say dominating game no Pep Guardiola Man City team no ehun ba bi ko omo nyina mo ball no. And this is a certain Thomas Tuchel Ebefa Chelsea, a team at that time, it was the likes of Mason Mount more, and they the leaders in the team. Let's not forget that those Thiago Silva was there. But if you are talking about players and no more carry team now, that was the season. Mason Mount consistently he made sure he will get about 15 goals for Chelsea. Always when they depended on him, no to me provide the goals in the more. Let's not forget that was the time. Naka have it, and they lead the Chelsea attack. Timo Werner, Oman and lead Chelsea attack, and in the entirety of the Champions League, can have a share just a single goal, and that goal was in the final. But yet the man who will lead the Chelsea attack, they were able to go all the way to win the Champions League. So the little I'm saying, I'm not praising him that much, but I am trying to highlight on the fact, say this is a principled man. When he comes into your team, if you allow him, say Onye Jumana, he comes with on one own ideologies. And Oman is he went to Bayern Munich. You saw what happened with Onem Penyinfo. That time, if I'm not wrong, is it who was the sporting director then? I think they've changed him. I've forgotten the name. I'll give you the name. He had some rift with the man, and clearly, will say it was because of all these things. And the man, very good. He had problems. Joachim Watson, and this was the problem, sir. A lady to on a Bayern Munich in the department because on no man they were not willing to give to him. And consistently, Sana, Luis Enrique, and so these are coaches that whenever they come into a team, and because of on more ideology, they want you to give the team to them. What they will demand, you provide it for them, and they will deliver for you. And this is Thomas Tuchel. I did have been in here. Maybe Casey England squad. We've seen the tabloids. Obia can answer. Omo Mani looking like it was even a mistake for England appointing Papa and friend Thomas Tuchel. And I seem to wonder why these English people they are always like this. You must say England national team since the existence of the national team, no. How many foreign coaches can have a coaching team, no? It is always being called by the local people. But what has been the laurels they've been able to achieve for English national team, no? You get a question here. Always my local people in the coaching, but yet they are not able to achieve the laurels for you. Garza Gebefai. Edu said obi anim so omukwa Euros, omukwa World Cup. Were they able to do it? Though he took them to the finals, but they were not able to do it. And right now, as you speak, you must say the bigger question. Mompe Thomas Tuchel, who is the next English coach? Who did this obey me about Thomas Tuchel, Jumano? In England, the only better coach that you can talk about now is Eddie Howe of Newcastle. And look at the comparison between Eddie Howe. Not to say Eddie Howe is that bad, but the comparison between him and Thomas Tuchel. Don't you think say Thomas Tuchel is up ahead of Eddie Howe? This is a coach who has come into England and will prove actually. So frankly speaking, these English people, they should calm down. True. Obia on the opinion on the squad now make it, you know, because there were some players near believe saying case or multi-million romance me. Maybe too, I also have my qualms. Because Jordan Henderson, no, frankly speaking, with all the explanations, so they might say, oh, here players or met me added something to the team. And that was because Jordan Henderson has been there for a long time and the leadership qualities, no, obey here or team. It is true, but yet I felt say there were some young Charles B and Kobet me introduce you into the team because there's no future for Jordan Henderson for England right now. And I don't know, but yet I feel there's a manner if they give him that free room to operate. With the quality they have in defense, in the midfield and in the attack, Papa friend Thomas Tuchel can certainly deliver. And I even believe, say, Obet Mia more than what Gareth Southgate did. And if that comes into contest there, what did Gareth Southgate do for England? He went to the finals, right?
Yeah.
Just that he couldn't win it. And if I am here believing, it is me believe do. If I am here believing, Sir Thomas Tuchel, if they give him that free room to operate, no more just legends, they be for Weibo and I will be in the formation, will be a can answer, no more money free room to operate. I believe he can do more than Gareth Southgate, meaning say Gareth Southgate could do final. If it was Thomas Tuchel, maybe he could have won it for them. And definitely, I believe if they give him that free room to operate, he would definitely be a man obey me and left a trophy for England. That is what I believe.
Okay.
So there are some national teams. France are there, and American Spain, destined for greatness, destined to conquer the world. They are there. They'll give him that kind of air trouble, no? But yet, I believe Thomas Tuchel will do something better for England than Papa friend Gareth Southgate. And many
yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah.
Very good. Mamenko aircraft side kakra. Look, there are some players who are on. It is now becoming clearer and clearer. They will leave their club size. Mamensha say Liverpool. The last time I was saying something here, I say I felt bad for Liverpool after them losing out on 3 trophies. I know Obianis on combat miaje. And right now, Medicaid declares a Premier League near Arsenal cannot give them that chase. The Premier League is for Liverpool into a magic trophy back on. But they started on a quadruple. Or meant to be engineer. Now, I'm the video of Virgil van Dijk after the Paris Saint-Germain and the Liverpool game. No, Virgil van Dijk and then Papa friend say and they stood there not for 1 minute, not for 2 minutes, so many minutes. And I say Virgil van Dijk ejina ho modim komo. You must see as a normal person. We are not privy to insem na more can come on. But you must see as a normal person. What will prompt Virgil van Dijk in a game or lose against this same opponent? In a Champions League game, a game people felt say, "Oh, me qualify." No, anybody jina honom. It didn't come for about 5 minutes and over. Oju say come over in Kwano Mudi. Before that, we've seen Virgil van Dijk being given the contract at Liverpool. Yeah, the man, and they say, "Ochina say, you get a point here." As one sign, demands needed be on their cost. Liverpool are right now yet to have a contractual agreement with Papa friend Virgil van Dijk. And with this video that came out, the likelihood of Van Dijk leaving, because we say Liverpool, so we've always been talking about Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, Amaya up there consistently, but yet only the number of air trophies at Liverpool in Rusro, 1 Premier League, 1 UEFA Champions League. But we've been talking about Liverpool over about 7 years. Consistently they've been there. But I'm going to win the trophies to be bro. Most of the EFL Cup back be from. You see how it is. And there is Van Dijk, a defender in even the modern times. And yet, John Terry, Ferdinand Vidic, Mon Abe Miki name, Sergio Ramos, Eddie Atuonuma. people believe say in this current generation Virgil van Dijk the best defender in your generation here be from 2005 coming no. You get a point I'm making here. It's clearly this is a defender he would want to establish his name properly in the world of football. The same thing applies to Mohamed Salah.
Okay.
Yet contractual agreements and Mohamed Salah right now as we speak Barcelona could get him, but that one I relate off because of monetary issues. Paris Saint-Germain is there. Let's not forget, aside Paris Saint-Germain, no, yes, Saudi Arabian clubs that they are willing to offer him about 3 to 5 times the amount that he's gaining. It's all these laurels. How is he going to go into the next season with Papa Friend and a slot? Is he going to dub him? Bless ne wohono. And on top of that, Trent Alexander-Arnold to Madrid, Salah, and then Virgil van Dijk. It will go a long way to disturb Liverpool. The kind of slot Ejuma Nanko Babaya no Bianu's way that the future is bright. You know, I feel very bad for Liverpool in all these instances. So these legendary players and Emmanuel Young was a bit me.
Sir Prince Medas, Philip Akaba. Now we are there.
Yes, may start you off in South America, where the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers will be ongoing. It is Brazil against Colombia, and per the announcements, you know, the CONMEBOL and another the CBF, the Confederação Brasileira de Futebol, that's the CBF, are confirmed. For now, the game will be played at the Estadio that is Nacional Mane Garrincha. Estadio Nacional Mane Garrincha. That is where the game will be played between Brazil and Colombia. Now, eyebrows are raised. Why? The president of Brazil and the Brazil as a country named this stadium after Mane Garrincha instead of Edson Arantes do Nascimento Pele. A lot of eyebrows are raised. You see, politically, sometimes, you know, we say you have to understand certain things. And you remember why I say what here, and that color be they made black color. Sometimes, you know, when you go to the outside world, the kind of respect I want my black man. So black man here then, Obama Brunino ashawodo kakra than I will be Benino. Brunino would always overrule. Another Brunino, and then he had to cry even on the par. And if you do something better than him, probably Brunino will be better than you. Now, in the history of Brazilian football, Brazilians are still split as to who is their best ever greatest player. Brazilians are split. Why in Brazil's greatest player? FIFA told us, said the best player ever, and the best player ever will be Edson Arantes do Nascimento.
Yeah.
So that FIFA said the best player ever, Pele. But Brazilians are split. And let's just one for a picture and so Manuel Francisco dos Santos, Garrincha. The crooked bird. This is the player when you go to Brazil. They believe he's the greatest ever Brazilian footballer. Not even Ronaldinho. Not even a generation name Amoni Adiano. They don't come close to this man. He's the best ever Brazilian footballer. Not even Pele. And your Pele in the size now go you Mane Garrincha. But when him there letting it down. And Masam and Insanum. And letting Mane Garrincha down. And Mane Garrincha, when a Brazil we need the first ever World Cup in 1958 in Stockholm, Sweden. He was the man. Pele was very young. Afina Pele na afina ofefe ofifiba. Pele was very young. Mane Garrincha led Brazil to win the 1958 World Cup in Stockholm, Sweden. And after winning the World Cup in Sweden, in Stockholm, the next World Cup was in Chile in 1962. And that World Cup in 1962, Pele was injured. It was Mane Garrincha who led Brazil to win the World Cup in 1966 in Santiago, Chile. This is the greatest player of Brazil, Inya. It is never Ronaldinho. It is not Ricardo, Kaká, Neymar, any of those players na Yebo, Mudi, and Neino. Mane Garrincha is the most talented Brazilian footballer. We are seeing maybe Ebianafina, Wufifiba. But so when Mane Garrincha, you understand what I mean. Now, Mane Garrincha in Brazil, what he say? From the background, baby, he was. When's the last time Betchio was a Brazilians mostly were born in favelas? Yaka favelas I some papadine. They live in slums. Brazilians are not too rich, even those in the south, Sao Paulo, any Porto Alegre, those areas in the crowd, we believe South Brazil are very rich. You know, this boy was never born in a rich area and was never born to a rich parents. And at a point in time, he was malnutritioned. Eduane kra no benye bie di kra na e de mano mane garincha nti mane garincha onyi no ne nine was crooked nice and nine na kwa nti no where mane garincha original screen see who say nine right no and answer is it the left where the nine right na say akwa kakra nti no Brazilian sankasa friend with the crooked bed. The word garincha yeka garincha a little bed in Portuguese garincha, that is little bed. But then no, because English no omudi ebufuo, because they believe omudi football no buy, they brought football, they believe. But Brazilians also believe say omo better football. So you brought football, you invented football, but we perfected it, or we perfected it. Into no omudi ebufuo no change the nickname of this man. Garincha in Portuguese is little bed, but English if you want to say crooked bed. Because na yo before. Because when Brazil did the 1970 World Cup, na England and won. Omo no omo se omo bie ye ni wo football no. Before Brazil ever did the first ever World Cup in 1958, Garincha lead proceedings. My Brazil no. That moment, you know, the best national team was that is Uruguay and Italy. Now in Uruguay, Aje 1930, the first ever, and almost Aje the 1950 in Brazil, in front of the Brazilians. Until date, it is the worst ever day in Brazilian footballing history. Your friend Maracanazo. That was when Brazil played in front of their fans. And in World Cup record attendance, you know, it is the highest. Yambo match Mamanfonco Stadium Sada, Brazil Uruguay in 1950. Brazil lost the final to Uruguay in front of their own fans. In the Brazil no 16th July 1950. I said it is Maracanazo. It is the saddest day in Brazilian footballing history. In Mane Garincha, he is the greatest ever Brazilian footballer. But now, the reason why Brasilia, the stadium in Brasilia, was named after Mane Garincha, very simple. Who say, though in terms of Aduma Chediano, Garincha will be brave, Pele, but the achievements Pele achieved more than Garincha. Don't get it twisted. In terms of Aduma Chediano, enye Pele na fe ne Mane Garincha. But in terms of achievements, you know, Pele achieved more than Garincha. And you know, when I know see the national stadium, that is a stadio, that is the stadium in the national, that is in the nation's capital, Brasilia, no, where many were thinking, say, Ebe Pele. And there is a political twist to this story. Now, somewhat in 21st of April 1960, Brazilian president be a friend Juscelino Kubitschek. Makasa semufia obia ni wo Brazila ofi Brazil. Brazil frafra. Brazil, nobody is from Brazil. Even those Amerindians now during historical times, Portuguese nkoto omo ho no. Omo no ye true Brazilians. Omo no nekro omo no as omo for the northern part of Brazil. Until this Brazil, there are people atare kron shebida. So why are you moving in front of Apocalypse? Why be that? Yeah. Those people still exist. They're in the northern part of Brazil. And they are the real indigenous of Brazil. The word Brazil simply means redwood. Because when during the colonial days, you know, the Portuguese almost scouted and also almost voyage, you know, along the South American rivers, you know, what they realized was that the current day Brazil now idea in no so no redwood. So in their language, they named the place Redwood. That is Brazil. And that is still the name. But Kubitschek, the Obaye and say, Rio de Janeiro no, was where Portuguese founding fathers no, make it one of the capital. And Rio de Janeiro no, it was discovered in January. Because at a point in Sukom Omo discovered that land. No. At a point they were thirsty. So they needed water. So when they found the water in January. So no river of January. So they found that river in January. That is Rio de Janeiro. And then the capital, but Kubitschek, you know, because on your Portuguese, officer Portuguese for the reigning supreme. Sadia me change capital from Brasilia to from Rio de Janeiro to Brasilia, and this is Rio de Janeiro. Look at the cities and differences. This is Rio de Janeiro. Kubitschek say Rio de Janeiro any modern day city. Measures around for them for Brasilia and Toso. Now any comparative analysis say between the two, which one is most modern? This is Rio de Janeiro. Now measures for Brasilia a picture not also, and this is Brasilia. This is the newly built Brasilia. And Kubitschek in 1960, I believe he say or per se Brazil is more centralized. So in the course of that, the central west aspect of Brazil and a omo capital. No musi stadium no suwie no between Pele and Garincha. When the name naming after the national stadium. No mu name the national stadium no after Mane Garincha. Until they took Brazil among for a split. Recently Brazil Tuaba for presidency. It was between Jair Bolsonaro and Lula da Silva. The secret is that Jair Bolsonaro no one player, no one Jair Bolsonaro now for pie Neymar. Until before the World Cup in 2022 in Qatar, Neymar openly came out saying, we should vote for Jair Bolsonaro. But the Brazilians realize say Neymar a campaigning for Jair Bolsonaro there, and they supported the Brazil national team. So at the World Cup in 2022 in Qatar, most Brazilians were not supporting Jair Bolsonaro because the economy na Brazil. Among a come the amount for. Until they voted for Lula Inácio da Silva. But now, Lula Inácio da Silva, those who campaigned for him, no more t-shirts. But what about Brazilian Jesse Biano? You believe it's a supportive of Pana and friend Jair Bolsonaro. And Jair Bolsonaro, no, or no, nafa, then the Neymar. Into Neymar, or no crown is hated so much in Brazil. Into Brazil, political instances in here. Every game on Colombia, airborne. One interesting aspect is, one of the most improved team of in South America, Colombia. So where are the Colombian national team currently? We are very improved. And their last two editions of the Copa America is a testimony to my arguments. Now, Colombia currently, our best player is Luis Diaz. But then, no, your place here, Colombia can count on when the going gets tough. Akwabi for Rafa Ball. Rafa Ball played in the Bundesliga for Eintracht Frankfurt, and during the time during the days with Frankfurt, Frankfurt, my Frankfurt did the Europa League. Now we are no free war. Currently, in terms of that is unity, team, and resoluteness. I can tell you for a fact that Colombia is more resolute than Brazil. Brazil national team manager Dorival Jr. constantly changing the squad, and you can see the template of Brazil. And then your national teams are very resolute. I'm a big fan of Brazil, but I don't see Brazil as one of the resolute nations in football now.
Okay.
Now, maybe we are with the Champions League. Now, Champions League this season, and Chelsea, Real Madrid boy against Arsenal, and Real Madrid shot Arsenal by 2-0. One lady who changed the contest, a friend Linda Caicedo, in their Spanish pronunciation, Omoka Caicedo. Linda Caicedo got the crucial goal for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid shaped Arsenal by 2-0. So meaning says Arsenal overturning that 2-goal deficit at the return leg of England, which is a Herculean task in power. But then no, and the Chelsea are against City. Now Chelsea game no against City no. On paper Chelsea looks favourite, but then you better sir, because Chelsea and Miss Lauren James, the sister of Reece James, is out of this game. So and then no game ni na be one player so. Your friend Mera Ramirez, but Mera Ramirez and Kwasum to me. But Man City ever one player who bet me change the contest. Your friend Khadija Shaw. The nickname my friend Bunny. Bunny is the best player for Manchester City, and in the Premier League, this is the best player. Onimbo, Sheche Obia, Khadija Shaw Bunny. She is the lady, and the Man City ladies singing Obia eye on, or put it in the hopes. Say definitely will win the game now team City, and City knows very well. Say they are playing against Sonia Bompaster's Chelsea. Is a Sonia Bompaster will be replacing Emma Hayes. Emma Akko US and building a resolute team. But then no Sonia Bompaster buying on your bad. And then in the Premier League in England, Sonia Bompaster's Chelsea is on top. Now Barcelona against Wolves, against Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg are one of the founding mothers of Champions League in Europe. Omo very resolute. But then Omo best player Alexandra Pope. Message on for Pope in the picture and to Sumami. Alexandra Pope. She is the face of German football. Wayembre, Mejitum Pasa Wayembre. And when I Obano, Wakai Apostle Bekaya, Nadine Angara, one of the finest goalkeepers in women's football, Yenya goalkeeper, our China Nadine Angara. She was the only goalkeeper who called World Cup without conceding a single goal. Playing against USA, playing against Brazil in 2007, never conceded a goal. That is Nadine Angara. And it was under Nadine Angara era, Nenya Alexandra Pope. Alexandra Pope air rising on Better Saki from Ghana and a rising here. But Alexandra Pope is still very active. And she's the face of Uzbek or my current team. No. But Barcelona won't team now currently. No. You know what? Vivian Miedema, another good player. But one interesting thing is that Barcelona team, no. Barcelona is doing something exceptional. What if say Lamine Yamal? The mother is from Equatorial Guinea, Equatorial Guinean. And the same vein, we call the women's team now. There is a lady, your friend Salma Paraluelo. Nobody talks about this girl. She's exceptional. And she was one of the reasons Spain won the World Cup. Salma Paraluelo. Okay. And Salma, I know, will come in the picture. But this time, Barcelona is exceptional. The whole of Europe will be simple. Omwenya girl, your friend Claudia Pina. Omwenya Nazareth. These are two girls. When the going gets tough, they can get the tough going. Right. Barcelona, so now, I'm a favorite for the Women's Champions League. But I'm sure this season, I'm doing a prediction here. I'm sure now, Barcelona are double. Because Champions League, one of the favorites they are there. And the man Champions League, Barcelona Football Club, you can never put them aside. They are always and all the time favorites.
Philip Kwabna Nkumsa, Opanimidase. Apostle Akwaba.
Mejoso
Bokoni na we
na boko na mo time no match footballers papa because you see time in your but when you talk about Garincha, I don't think that Pele comes anywhere near. Yeah.
Okay. No. So maybe another time, maybe the reason why
it's too special.
Pele the greatest of all time.
Well, I mean, yes. So that's FIFA.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that only much the Brazilian fans.
Yeah.
And the Brazilian fans, they have a commitment to national team assignment. Tina, Ronaldo, who's won UEFA champions, by go to Rio de Janeiro, welcome to Brazil. You see Ronaldo say one buying the same more big because someone Brazil commitment to national. And the reason why pet name and is because of that, because they don't think it's a talent or no, they are poor minor Jimmy process about the World Cup and Copa America, especially the World Cup and Copa America. And Garincha is so special. I don't think I do baby. Ye mo no kwa ko bobe sibra. Obi anko no kwa ye ma ko say the call me girls akoye ni ope and come back. And when he come back, one of the few players in football history. Look, he used both feet to cross ball, left and right. Difference in him. Free kicks, or between the left about right about even difference. He is a winger, speed, intelligence, movement, imagination, flair. Look, I can go on and on about this guy. Your players are Nyami one or more backward the film. That's Garincha. So after Garincha said Uzbeka, they will not be able to finish today. Now he's just an exceptional talent. Very exceptional. Ronaldinho bent Garincha twice. No, Ben. But like I said, any the advent of social media. So that is why but players have played far better football than the modern era of play. Now, we go to the Afcon World Cup qualifier 2026, starting with Eswatini. That's our Group D of the African World Cup qualifier for 2026 World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the US of A. Now, Mr. Cameroon Eswatini, under normal circumstances, this should be a walkover. Just like Ghana, Etimisha, Kaunda 11, Kaunda team from Zambia, Etimisha 10 in 9, Bene, Usha Komorosa. So this is a fixture. But you see, if you look at Cameroon in 1990 World Cup, Cameroon playing against England. There where they were robbed, the second penalty that was given to Gary Lineker. If you look at that team and you look at the Cameroon team they call World Cup Nansenya and Omusha Brazil won, they drew 3-3 with Serbia and lost to Swaziland. Cap Kesiopa. Cameroon team number. So this way a team of men, gritty men playing at the World Cup. We share that this era. The one the ball Francis Omambe. We share this era. The Cameroonian players at that era. No share now. The same thing I'm talking about Garincha. We share Antoabel, Joseph Antoabel. We share Thomas Nkoda. Andy Unana, Opa, Mo non cover 10 times. You will not be anywhere near them. The era, but it's nowhere near. In fact, one of the reasons why Jack Songo Antimia lived up to expectation because he was always the third choice behind these two great goalkeepers. So, because of time, so I'll fast track. So, Cameroon in Group D, we share Group D. You could see clearly, very tight. Cameroon has 8 points, share Libya. Libya has 7 points. Cameroon last game, the qualifier was against Angola, they drew away. Cameroon after this game, I said Cameroon and ball hosting Libya home. Group near very tight. Eswatini have no point. Cameroon will pick this 3 points. One good thing about the Cameroonian team, our coach McBride here, is the fact that he's invited because he came to say no, even though Eswatini only point, Cameroon Beshan no. Initial stages pose a little problem. How we sustain it and manage it and dictate the game. And remember winning. I'm happy that Christopher O is back because in recent friendlies that he plays, he's not being because of injury. His best pair, I all know any Abrantier friend of Michael Nganju because we have one experienced player and one young player coming up. Very good. Carlos Beleba, he had issues with the coach, he's accepted, he's back in the team. It's their best bet they need there. Zambo Gisa, Martin Hongla, the midfielder sorted. Vincent Abubakar is aging. Tuchel, the coach has brought 2 quality young players. Danny Namosu, FC Porto, and then Nathan Ngomo Muching Blackburn. The reason is that Ceciano we need young players to guide him. With that, I think that Cameroon will be good for 3 points. They'll qualify. They'll score at least 2 or 3 goals in this game, and then host Libya. Libya will come to that game because of Ali Cisse. We'll come to the dynamics of that game. Now, Tunisia. Tunisia, the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia. I'm a team here. I'm their qualification there. The last work I'll do the qualification there. They are qualified. But I'm best sell part to Gary who are not qualified. If quite be first qualified, they are good. But their most experienced trainer that they've had in Fauzi Benzati have had issues with the federation, so they brought Sammy Trablesi, a former player, into the team. And also, the game against Namibia, draw, it was a game they should have lost anyway. Group H, very tight group. Coach Sammy Trablesi so decided, said, meeting Kokra for Kakrabebo because baby Edui, I need experience. In Liberia, they don't have exceptional players. They have a goalkeeper in Ibrahim Koulibaly, very experienced and good leader. They will have Prince Balde, intelligent centre back or a calm. That is almost 7 points at Menyongona because between them and Tunisia is 3 points difference. They are hosting them. A more passionate crowd. Samson Dwayne is back. Their cousin Solomon is also back. Fortunately for them, Dwayne Ntia, the dribbling magician, is back. The leading scorer, Augustino too, is back. So, Samuel Kenyendo Stadium, a better hoster to Tunisia. Tunisia, after the changeover of coaches, almost 9 players in the old structure. Now, this coach is saying, sir, because of the way I now said the coach Fauzi Benzati plays Nema Kunti, but the players are members of about Tunisia, all my idea. All I am from a bit since 2021. The coach has brought it. It's a big gamble. 1, I bet him far. 2, I bet Jinsel. Tunisia game against Comoros. Tunisia lost and drew. That's for Afcon 2025. Now Tunisia performance away and to say first, you know. Fortunately for them, they've brought Firas Child, a very experienced striker, back. They've brought Ellis Kiri back. Isa Ladouni, the defensive midfield general, back. Niam Sliti, the creative midfielder, back. They brought Ben Rumdani back into the team. Anis Slimani. So that midfield plus Fejani Sassi, one of the very experienced players on the continent, back. Now, problem more back up a proper right back. That is a problem they have because the two right backs are injured. So they makeshift right back. There is a gamer. On any day, I would have given Tunisia 3 points, but this is a game that is 50-50. Tunisia are not careful. They might end up drawing that game. And draw a game now. Liberia home view. That will create problem for Tunisia. So this particular World Cup, Tunisia qualification and yet that straightforward. Points are very tight, unlike before. So on paper, yes, Tunisia, but trust me, the passionate crowd about Samuel Kanyendo Stadium and the quality of the young men's contribution and commitment to the Liberian team said they want to qualify. 2002, the name saw Kai what happened between Nigeria and Liberia with the same group, the 1 point that led Nigeria to qualify. Maybe I don't think Yakuba Egbeni any for instance South Korea no ball no internet or ball to jail. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Tunisia, Liberia. Tunisia slight edge, but I believe they will be able to at least pick a point. Losing, that will not be good for them. And I don't know how to also grind results. So I think Tunisia will West pick a draw. Now to golf.
Okay.
Sebio, Saudi Arabia, a person who Madian, but Madian said, Bibi omo pibi omo nya. This almost a month. So now see Saudi Arabia pay me up Kanchimana we forget it's gone. Now Westworth a golf course come. The Saudi Arabia back golf more big time because almost decided somebody breaking the phone now first not golf Sebio. The Professional Golfers Association never and DP World Tour or CD portion of European Tour no MRDP. And now almost decided somebody use more former legend Greg Norman and they breaking the front of the PGA golf. And they were succeeded. So owns a filmmakers a 6-time major champion while joining Omo. Owns a Bruce Kopka, 5-time major champion while joining Omo. Sergio Garcia winning Masters, Augusta Masters, or also joining Omo. Or John Ram has also joined them. Cameron Smith. And one more Justin Thomas. Omo major winners. Now the major problem confronting them was a quite a bit take over golf. They wanted to take over. Even last month, President Trump when they came there was about 15 minutes of a solve problem. Last month, White House wanted me and solve it. Now the person we are so step idea and yes, you ever find one dream. Now BMW Championship Afibiano, you're born on Wentworth Golf Course. Now BMW Championship, they are a DP. So what they are trying to do, they say banner idea, you be go we mu kakra kakra. Say kwanya ye fast way. So after that 2014, this golf course was bought by Ringsworth, Chinese company for £135 million. The PIF, Saudi Arabia, a fund, sovereign fund company. They are worth £700 billion sterling. They are offering £500 million sterling for the plot with the golf course. I remember because but when they want something and they said they will get it, they will get it. Everything sports, I might decide to say you come biano. Everyone they've gotten it. Omokan said, Teki Al-Sheikh said, I will send boxing to Saudi Arabia. Now I'm defining boxing. He's done it. Now boxing in America is dead. Golf, like Agro, they are into it big time now. Now the next thing they are doing is tennis. Tennis is the next thing they are doing, producing 80,000 young kids in tennis. So this one, Omashas. I remember, say, 7 years, no, 8 years ago. That was at my former place, Kesby. When the issue about Saudi Arabia taking over Newcastle, and I said they'll do it. Everything, BBI, World Cup 3034, I said this thing about 5 years ago. Unless they say they don't. That is going to be a big blow to DP.
Okay. Also, me that's it. Philip, for me far better to kakra in 3 minutes now. I'm from first kakra.
Sure. Definitely. Yedri the moments. We call it the moment is now. And the moment is now a bet way, or say get way more. So we are going to get way more. A lot of games coming up, and guess what? International break is on. And you know, there were a lot of games from the international world. The UEFA, that is World Cup qualifying round, the UEFA Nations League, again the CAF, that is World Cup qualifiers, the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers. You combine it all, and we've given you out the games. But interesting stuff. On the 22nd of March, most of our games in the Liberia. We don't want you to lose money. We want you to win money. So it is very simple. Your first odds, 19, 21, C7, 35, 19, 21, C7, 35. That is our first odds.
Okay.
So 1921 C7 35. That is the first odds. It is 16.85 odds. 16.85 odds. So no matter the amounts, what happens is that you multiply by your money by 16.85, and Betway in their own wisdom, bonus. Meaning So it is 16.85 odds for this odds for this code. Now the second code is 1921 D120. 1921 D120. That is the second code. 1921 D120. The odds is 17.33. 17.33 odds. 17.33 odds. So any amount you put on, so times 17.33 odds plus Betway's bonus. That is an interesting one. Now the third one is the mega accumulator. Mega accumulator is commuted by two. It seems I say omunyina hodin wasoro, but then we are still no back hodin I say shabakusu kitwebi. That is the mega accumulator. Now in the mega accumulator, the code is 1921 E9BE. 1921 E9BE. That is the mega accumulator. Mega accumulator for today is 17.14 odds. 17.14 odds. And we have another one, our friend, roll on, kitwebi, but it favors the bold. Kitwebi. And this is the roll on. 1921 FC8A. 1921 FC8A. It is 8.92 odds. In mathematics, after the decimal point, you have numbers, while I say one singular, into 8.92 odds. That is the roll on. So the first one is 16.85 odds.
Okay.
The second one is 19, which is 1733 odds. The third one is 17.14 odds, and the last one is 8.92 odds. But I will urge everyone there, go to our Facebook page. The codes are displayed. Codes, not a war.
Okay.
So go to our Facebook page. Just go and pick the codes. And unim a challenge. The fact is that just second, odds can drop. Just second, within a split second, the odds can drop. Into when trying in Tamwa, and
okay, Philip, medase pa. My message is kakra on Facebook. Comfort Nimose. We should keep the fire burning. Okay. And Pedro Rodriguez, Filippo Morfoy, I've missed you. I've missed your analysis. I've been following you since Cobra FM time. And here Pedro Rodriguez message in here. And as a Spain for now, monitor or follow. Eric Apia Kubizi, I want to ask my brother Philip about today booking code. Okay. Or the Abba. We say was
Cough single me show the code now opening and about some passports more fire from NK and one message in co kerosene say watching you live from Akoko among a crowd of folks who live up to expectation. Hi to my daughter Patricia. Okay. And we brace breezy GH that I listen to this guy at Stakrade with say Kuntu Blankson. Okay. And a brace breezy GH message in here. I go see Fanessa keep it up some power the way. And from photo glass say Philip no names again. Oh. All right. Kwasi talks bones Ben say anytime I listen to some passports, I see joy coming to me, more money. And over first cap and another cough GS and another coffee GS I'm Walasi J from Newer to be as some passports no size. Baby a D. All right, yeah, that's it. That's a power. And whiny or say good morning, Sompa FM. I am Nanaya Siki. I'm watching live from Meduma. Okay, 80 Boafo net Eurade aluminium work. Okay, so Kofi and Black Man say good morning, watching you inside Peck Farm in Accra. And I'm from Football Glasses say Prince more fire. So a dorsum pa Kodwa Sempa Furniture Works. I'm enjoying this powerful sports show from Kodwa Sempa Furniture Works. Dum Kumase. Fifi Shaker from Takrade KJB. Some passports, you are the best. Greetings to my boss in Kumsa. And all the messages are ever. Okay, so yeah, the money na say, the masepa. Anti, Mamin Fahamra, vacancy. The thing is, Wajime Eba Center for Epe, Woma, Omo, any abrepe, Jumaye, Omuya hard working, man, and Mema 7 making, Omo marketing department, ona salary near Kama ye, papa, Fay, Ubasanya baby had that Kama Mwasumeti Majo, what me boy, Jumani, bonuses, call at Diamanti. When you bring out per Juma, now we are serious. Now we are hard working. Obanasa Bema no afraid 0542 725858 0542 725858 to Frani Ajus Nebibia. I come dear my Joy Cam Roofing Company Limited. On Makadia chose a banzer roofing sheet. Omubiaji Omatum. I just say Omunomane Kamapa Ope IBR Self-Lock MSL. Standard sheet ni irotaz ni ho accessories ani na bi o alozing ni na no betimi ya bia to ho a je se nya grokra na yemfa to je se omo de no se ebia nsuo to mframa efo awie bo me ba jo enwe na che kama pa ensanso mfedi kama ye pa unye bi bo danzo a che se ebecha kusi se nyankopon kura be babranges ne bi akra kasoa Kumasi Techiman Sunyane Tamale Boga wa Kumasi or Sokoba and Pame opposite police station no Monfred 0540 125816 0551 005000 fra ne ajusine bibia no ai kama pa anti wo samre de duba ko enya bo me kwa ba me ba Orlando betna se the face ma bo no ina no o de atu ye ne ye ba sesi a ye njegura.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
Bra, see the time about Misha. It's your Jimmy fear for a nadia about the other soul. We will this offering now. Bra, and because I need the time about Misha one dance ya. We are seeing now a better maker. It is malaria. What granny time about Misha? I know you cool. You know what you want to any jail. What granny time about Misha? A great and your mark or bar waffle food. You want mark or down for any
akoda woni fie dumienu ansa na obeto time ba me se dwen bi no hwe se wako hospital anansa lab am wo hu se wo achidi malaria bi ansa
ayo se time ye TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziba ewo mu no ebe slap ubenya bi ato ewo over the counter medicine sellers any herbal shop to do na mu FDA agi edwadue nkratoi ato
Obofrake kakabu anu meja tom na ro se be wo me se obofrake to wanya 2 years akada ba ku nti African Spider-Man da be obofrake to yem wana ni pa wonia dada bi ko so no ti kam ho ni ko de won bia African Spider-Man the baby say what of but preoccupy the who's African guys what baby say what of now secret plan anything Imbus herbal mixture and any secret na dia na ye na me yet na ma ka out from and police me do one dance say me say many na me so hwe na me so he no a boost the immune system am say me train na mental me me di kama am wa ka wo me so ekoso me kwa so me ta yale am my latitude me nya ba ko eye je na ko so he hey Spider-Man what the way fa me kura che
ubenya Imbus herbal mixture and pharmacy and also herbal shops appeal for any color mundi fie dumienu enom FDA agigede ntato ato.
If you want better future, join the Rose, 'cause our great be the future. Join the Rose, 'cause we work for the culture. Join the Rose, 'cause say you might do for Ghana. Join the Rose, the Rose.
Kuya yomu pekwaya ubefaso nye adwuma ana ati adwuma ko a mfaso woso ewo kuya adwuma mu ene ATVet mu enne ya so anamonne fast sanwo wobusua ene wo mpatemu asetenemu bo star 718*50# na beka ho sesia Ghana Grows Top Day Ghana Grows Jumedie Mastercard Foundation ni Springboard Roadshow Foundation Limehouse ni wabuafo na Debro
Mamenshe time HH herbal mixture bi na wonumi enya wa dropa eya dro se amani paduan kwamwa no enya hoden na akwatia yare entwen yare ansa no akwakoto fire wa dro na nom no abribia Kanoga Company Limited what the time TIME ebetwaso no wonnoa and the time HH herbal mixture edia bedwaso akora wonyenyan fisia dumienu anumbi wopemfo ene oba wo makoranufo enso anumbi time HH herbal mixture wubenya bi over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu so wo pedodo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH herbal mixture eyedro say FDA ade edwadie nkratoi atum
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3-variant toothpaste: Total Care, Herbal, and Wymed. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing.
Okay.
But nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver.
Okay, duba ko abo apa osema enum yekoya ya bamra so Orlando atena se wode F7 na ba Orlando akwa
Sinko meje
na bibia e fine there
bibia e kama
ya da olumaya se yentie we
na wonim say Sinko week we no blasters week entino ekroma ye hyehye entino
Ransford me and Kaka ye ho kakra all the Blasters the omusi krom sadia na Valentino Magres ashi na ye mfa Kaka ye ho kakra say Friday World Cup qualifying match in Ebaso.
Special one from the government of Ghana, Ghana National Petroleum Corporation,
GNPC, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Unified Huawei Ghana, Guinness Ghana Limited, Legend Soul, Puma, Rice Master, Abikana Ghana, Disciplina Ghana.
to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Come on!
Ghana Blaster, Blaster, yeah, we gonna fire. Ghana Blaster, Blaster, yeah, we gonna fire. Ghana Blaster, Blaster, yeah, we gonna fire. Ghana Blaster, Blaster, yeah, we gonna fire.
Mami we yansoni muye because ya someone ja go the Palmers ya said the born to atlemu 2010 na Gresashi and o Kaka say Friday ye ne child game no ebeba so na mami Asamojan any president of the Ghana Football Association 30 years okreku any Jordan Ayu and komo kakra koso wo mo ntem yes Asamojan oni Keti le jina no mo ka bibia che say afidie Jordan esimusi o ye de abaye de atwam 2010 and no man I no Ghana for ye didi hu although say me say penalty ne there but this time the man call World Cup where Ghana for those who were Germany because of 2006 World Cup I qualify no and Ghanaians opportunity and mo until this time Ghana for pe US Canada kotena ti akwenya na ni na je ono omo kasa kama ho no na Stephen Appiah yes Tornado captain for Blasters of Ghana 2006 and 2006 no oka executive committee no ho and also yes Tornado no yes man Tornado respect and conform man wo kromia no after two jabo no ntene ho asem bia okọ ho kakra na no man koye no otwe ne ho na afi de ket mo ne na kasa no wasan so ababi ntino oba training grounds ebe motivate players no enso e kakra e ho no na Mr. Ket years okrakọ wremu na shebedwafie one speaker of parliament Abangbaben yes ora de na ekuta na the state of Ghana football and na Ket di ni nyina egu krata so a wako present ama emra shebedwafie epanyi no Abangbaben ntino no e no de e hye ne nsem no na yewe Asamojan any Ket ni aba you see the Asamoah Ket ne na mo ba bia Asamoah di mu bi someone e gina ona o mu twitwa mfonyini na uni mami give to worry yes NSS ne ho nsem kakra e ba nti ono so ene ejina mo enso ho nti no ena loziko ena show mo ni mo ho sa mami we ho nsem dos wo Ghana ha nti no ni nyina ensem a efri ho enso ede ba ye bo achi ede ama na ye ka chadefo no mo se ba bia du no omu hia se omo pom de nsem ne gina nti omo wram wo gym yes chadefo no no mo je omo de gym work no cause and so until Friday there enya Fedi agro until away from Blasters game no na ye wram Ghana Premier League and then matches and so baso honim to my fixtures no na Young Apostles elbow Kumase Asante Koroko and so summer test omuni midiama ena ede elbow ni na Bechem United ene hasofo game no and also baso Baseke Holy Stars omuni baby ani Gold Stars and also baso and afenso Brekum Chelsea ni swatre ne de swatre for say league na nka se omajaibo into some match ni ye de ato nchen Heart of Lions omonso against in omni Dreams FC baso Nations FC ni aduana and afenso Lagos Cities omni Vision FC edachana and afenso team my friend Accra Lions omonso any Karela United and so ebetimi abo na ye wie no and coach Postman Atogum wakasa for Ghanaian players or attitude the players no baby attitude no ba different club on person use the same attitude TNT coach Prosper Nate Ogum head coach
what I've seen about Ghanaian players is that sometimes it takes some time for them to overcome some of these things. They've been doing it for long. So when you meet them and you want to change them from the way they do certain things, sometimes it takes some time. So I'm sure, with time, some of these things will be able to overcome. But you are a testimony to the fact that every training session, we do functional goal scoring exercises. Goal scoring drills that are
functional goal scoring drills. And I'm here. Name of the players in the omo former team no mo train twice a day into omo buy na 4 and 5 no amo brepa eno coach Prosper na te ogum na coach Bubakar Watara no say hey ye ne yesuro bechemfo ye no omo koreata so ye ntie no.
We can't go to play against any club and we are fear. We don't fear, we are going as concurrents. We will beat him. Have a very good side, very good team, a compact. The way it's playing, we have all the formations, no problem. But I let my boss to know.
Bubakar Watara, head coach Edma Hasofo say Ghana Premier League omunsulo team bia. O de say dreams are better on my they not in change. Yeah, now Udim says this year cast for yes. Omode tobo oma fine Hasofo. Omo say Hasofo Abrantia your friend Francis Ejete. Okay. Yes. 14,000 Ghana cedis. Omunko tuyama Abrantia no. Yes, a car Hasofo ke de canteen. See a cast say Abrantia kwa Hasofo fa so terminating the contract e wo Hasofo ku no. Omo anfa kwan pass ntino. Omo sisi carry
na court of arbitration for sports.
114,000 Ghana cedis. Yes. 114,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, into omu kotua sika we enso e de ama Francis Ejete enso e wo hono entino eno nemom no na shebedwani e de Matano South constituency no wakasa kakra. Yes, honorable Charles akwasi esiedu o de nsem kakra tudwa o se bechem omu nko support team no nemom tutura sem de omu yimfrim yenti honorable
siafo bechem mai Tano South constituency ma nyame ya adomo a eda ukwada edi animi eye Bechem United yatu yensa edi afre yinuamo Accra Hasofo ai numba bisia kan e wona na Fosidi Abos Park ewo Bechem adesredi a yede tumu nyama nimu ne se nyame ya adomo a eda ne so a munina munfa ahoden emra emetai Bechem United achi munfa manimu nyam emra support Bechem United na enkunimdie entimi ene edia mesira osaka edi mu se ba oba no enye ntokwasem nti na oba enye awudie enti na oba eye enigia ebetimedi nkunim ni asade sa enigie no akọ enti oba na enye basabasa na enye ntokwasem na emum support Bechem United na mwantie no enya hoden sonko enti me fancy
enti no mrahye bedwani e de Matano South honorable Charles akwasiesi edu na de nsem atojo si we enya ntokwasem bia ko ne ko support team no kama ebebo ama Ghana Premier League na fa ne ntoma pa Efra na Kasim Mingil coach Edema Nations FC ni coach o best defender this season in the Ghana Premier League Razak Simpson na Abrante na Eco Blasters camp obo against Aduana ebe affect u game plan nana and o say our options bebre yentie Kasim Mingil.
Not at all, we have a substitute for it, so he's not going to affect us much. We have someone who can deputize for him, so that's why we registered more than the required number were ranged to 20 players. So someone had to complement the effort.
Entino Kasim Mingil, head coach Edema Nations and at the San Seminole to just say Razak Kodie, but Omon Finesans or more on the replacement and so now yawa champion Legon Cities and you man no fire no cast a day name obey you bet me and they obo Vision FC or in some kakra to for Vision team now.
Very good side with young and talented youth players. They run a lot, they defend a lot, so we have to strategize well to make sure we can carry the game.
And to yaw a champion head coach Edema Legon Cities and at the San Semna to Jani and Nana Ajiman or no sooner head coach Edema Vision and on also Busan say nay Obo Legon Cities so.
Legon Cities are not just like us. We're not placed in a better position, so I think that both teams are going to be fighting for the points because we both need it. we're already in the second round, and you don't expect any mirrors in this game. You don't expect that people are going to just come for you to roll over them. So I know that it's going to be hard work if we can actually beat them. They came to Tema and then drew with us. So we also want to go there and at least pick a point, but the idea is to go there and try to win the game.
Well, I know Nanajima head coach Edma Vision and at the San Semino Atuja. Now coach Ibrahim Tanko, call me dear man, no man young fast out, and then you remo a boy on this summer test elbow game, or no I can approach her or Mudibe game.
I mean, the approach is going there to have a very good game and if possible to come back with 3 points. But it's not going to be easy, but we are ready for that.
Okay, I know coach Ibrahim Tanko and at the San Semino and so etimi Atuja. Now Ediana Stars omo striker your friend Opoku Pepra or then sama Atuja for Nations FC gamer on bossy Nations be share omo doma name omo buy a different game together.
Very training good partner. Nya brese ibinya points assign Nations omo ba have 3 points for yourself. Yeah, corners, we are done in Yanti. And you have prepared your corner, a 3 point fee, and I draw the fee.
We may have the supporters eat you. Kakaben, I'll catch them or more ahead of sign and admit and crucial game.
In so, Mumpa won't tell you, I didn't never fee.
Okay, I know. Abrantia Osina Kaidema Ediana Stars Opoku Pepra and at the San Semino Atujano na yewe no and yeremu e Heart of Lions and omubo Dreams FC and any Abrantia friend Nana Kwame Opon and so edin komo say Nana and it's wadi Nsamba League no moda sukutem against Dreams FC.
3 points is very important to us because when we win this game it will take us to the top of the table. Yeah, so we need it. It will be a very difficult game for us. As when you look at the table where Dreams are on the table, they will come in strong for us. So it will.
I know, and so Abrantia Osia Kain Edema Heart of Lions, Abrantia friend on Nana Kwame upon striker Papa and at the San Semino Etuja. Now Nations FC supporters PRO. Waton Krakakra Ediama Ghana referees. Or say league no. A bad day, now supporters a room of venues, alcohol matches are agent referees. Yenti upon a sap.
Mumedi Maye, the moment a fair officiating, see a person Ghana football, a course near Jai European leagues, no Chedia, and a referees in one winning born year and for my boy, I was Senator Baby D. Senator good when must papa. Me come a blanket, say, I name was a wooden year no one, and young one, ye league no sentence in and to referees no make catch her, say referees need domination from Dibon here. I tell you, attendance will say a better more than that because and then I will be some chairman or be a who catch and say match was in your referees week. One bamba be Dibon Traka, Bobas are referees. So referees need to born here, Ghana football league, a best is a
Entino Nana Sapon supporters PRO Edema Nations FC. Or say any referees in the so say born a man for the stadium. Akohama game na for referees in the so. Now Mamento se Prince Krameko. Se Prince Mame Kudus Muhammad and Nyama and Kamadin. Omo picture no na memfa enka asem che se Prince na men sorry mo meto aso. Enti Ransford mo ha omo fa picture no. E mame na picture we e den seven nam. Yes. As a Prince one akonya no omo teso no. Yes, akonya we e wo Kumasi Babara Sports Stadium. And empanyimfo se there be Accra Sports Stadium enkonya we bi ni ho. To ma betam baba yara de no. E de kwa Accra. Ye de kobo child game. Ye we esa de beba Kumasi.
The floodlight or the board.
Yes, board.
Yes, two Kumasi board. Why do we keep doing these things?
And you know, I say, Akunya ntimi amedu Sunday a kotoko home game no yeah the plastic chairs in the base or no matter
so hopefully about be before Sunday
it is go and somehow Chromie and you be any aka
Orlando we kra de nya asem bia ba be do me dey abobo
ya be tu akonya se nya
ba be do say ba be do na Sunday go dey
abobo se nya asem ya be tu baba ya was stadium bench won konya the concrete
and the expert say
baba transport stadium say yeah renovations ye wie yentimi anton konya nguo
Orlando
ba na wase me de Orlando ase say den sem na banamom mame ma no nsuo no mabra okwe kangen magic drinking water na me de Orlando na akwa okwe wako no no me bia fine dia ma no you safe refreshing sounds so boy because we have numerous benefit every just a body no so there's a body no enya kanjin and magic drink water one year pa nam say hydrogen e wom ne rich pa minerals be the calcium magnesium potassium ne iron na hyimu ma ente ma unya hodi wo ni padua no mu ye pa ama je siesie ni padua no wo triwi mfu a manifu kama pa ara fe de tene say ma okala ye fefefefefenti afie nyuma ene je se ba bibia hospitals outdoor me kanfo kanjin and magic drink water de amom say munya bi e beboa mu ye pa ma bibia no at my fine quadanum adentem for nom and I have paying for nom to we dey nsu obi atiminum bi wonma ehyehyie ni padua no ama ni padua no ye kama pa yare do ma e woni padua no ina no wo hye ase se wonom kanjen water wo ze ebesesa ama de bibia no at my fine e dey amount na ye Kumasi Braman UGC manasa Tafu New Road Abawa Road Junction no so won ye wo over 0241 449191 0241 449191 and 0507 379474 ofra ne pay for adus na bibia ay kama e de amount na mame mfa ntu kwan na obetu kwan dia wan na du etu kwan express group for na du etu kwan se okoye adwuma wa manone se oko school wa manone se to na oko se oko sra obi wa manone ni na no express group ngwa na ya adwuma tuma wo mu edi etu kwan a chese enya grok wo mu de wo mu ka so mu du betu kwan a ntempa so na wajoma divisa omo ni aso ma hajoma tumzampa control di omu expert omu ajeze edipa womu di omatu kwane de maza womu do so pa na international exams bi dize ebia IELTS SAT GRE GMAT TOEFL ni na no won betima boa ma bibia itima find them na de tin se womu branches no do so Ghana pa na se no po ma kira kwan Kumasi a womu asafu labor run about to akra womu Kaneshi First Light temanso womu community 18 Lashibi Golf Filling Station or close to Lashibi Funeral Home and have East Lagos womu close to Trinity Theological Seminar and have Takrade womu Takrade Market Circle opposite Hot Ernesto Fast Food and have Sunyanis young fan to him say womu Silver House building near the High Court and have Tamale Zomi near the Tamale Technical Hospital baby and so be Tamale and I say baby and they say baby and the court over 0249 000448 0249 000448 and 055 58 50067 0508 111343 0552 8277 87 ofrani adjust na bibia ay kama pa ede ama Sir Prince Atinase Sir Prince obani yan nsem no mo
obani me run nsem but nsem na Orlando di wie no me pese ho na me nsha asem femfere there are some things that be edru ni kwanse eye yeto Accra Sports Stadium ye renovation yeto Baba Yara Sports Stadium ye renovation ye be ye renovation ni be wi ye be bie stadium no na problems na yes solve no asa multiply by another air problem enti any ye ka say ye air renovation wa Accra Sports Stadium yet we have to send enkunya e what dugout Baba Yara Sports Stadium and they acquire Accra Sports Stadium for our national team to be come on baby edri let's not forget and just see a breaking a local league no you breaking a local league Kotoko will playing a game I think it's on Sunday right it's a game no on Friday Saturday as by all means you're rushing kunyaneba and sana on Sunday you be fixing up kotokodia. Oh, come on. Cinco, look, there are some things. Well, I understand. Any news the my bet as me can say like like it's something that you cannot comprehend. In this modern day era, your so-called biggest stadium, and your Crossport Stadium, your friend, the Wembley of Ghana. The Wembley of Ghana, we have to bring in dugout chairs from another. Come on. We want to win. We want every positive news coming from this game. A positivity in Kwao. And you what you say the go into this game. Already, me ma can wo fi ase. Say the coach aye den na ko no omwaye. Yedi kan aka atwam. Right now all these things should be in the past. The negativity should be in the past. Focus on the positivity because me no mienu tie. Yin na nim say coach na mwa. But say kakra na etimi qualify ko US, Mexico ne Canada ne bia. Yin nyina ye ni beje. You get the point I'm making here. And you say a game but said time. What you all want is the positive aspect of the game. You know the enya win. You fan qualify. Born there for young qualify. You get the point I'm making here. But I say negativity. Come on. Yeah, we are far beyond these things. Well, I'm not making a same. I will continue saying it. Abrante friend Razak Simpson. Any Abrante a friend of Benjamin Asare, if they do not start in these games for the Black Stars of Ghana, Makanwe Hasi Edra, me say Kanene, I'll be marveled. The reason being said, look, we are here talking about promoting your local league, your local games. Say teams no more play the major league. No need to folk. Yes, after losing to Dreams FC, they are still a contender.
Yeah,
let's not forget that. And Minim Obia Obetmia debated this issue. Said this particular season, the best players for Hasselfolk is their goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. We've seen Hamza Issa performing magic. Even Collinson in the midfield, number 6.
Yeah,
he was doing very well for the team. But no doubt about the fact, sir, Benjamin Asare is the best player for Hasselfolk this particular season. With the number of saves, the clean sheet is giving a Hasselfolk team, no. Now you know every Hasselfolk team nimo. Edna Black Stars. Let's listen to this. The biggest games are Hasselfolk Babono. Emumienu edomenim CCA. Emumienu edomenim. Bechem United. When they said this particular season, Mufi. There is no team I watch a single goal at the Bechem United or Bechem United home. This season league na ebon. Team being called, say me akwa share justice. O de say be okopedro and say nothing. Won't just a goal. The moment you come there, they'll make sure they score you. How much 13 goals for Muafi, but not a single team. And it's me akwa put a ball at the back of their net. So this is going to be Sanka this factor no plan to one man. Everybody knows going to Bechem is a threat. It's a dungeon. You don't just go there, pick points and come back. And one of the threatening places are you need all your arsenals. And the Benjamin Asare will be missing from this game. And another fact is, without Benjamin Asare, the rest of the goalkeepers for Hasselfolk, they are not up to that standard. It is the reality I'm talking about here. We Benjamin Asare free on man. Hasselfolk, no disrespect to the other goalkeepers, but they don't have a prominent goalkeeper to replacing here. And if Benjamin Asare is out, it is going to go a long way to disturb the team. And he's not going to be there. 2 games number 1. Omebo Bechem United. Almost say about another league contender in Bibiani Gold Stars. It's 2 games now. Benjamin Asare be meseno. Emumienu no. Ni nyina ye crucial games are. I say nka Hasselfolk timi enya points from there. Eti yan fanam ko and I say Hasselfolk be meseno on these grounds. You are friendly to the national team side. See the ne kwa koye bench wo ma so onkohwe ball ni bia then a Sompa one any dear him because you are aware. At least we've seen him. Jojo Walcott, we've seen him, and I'll keep saying it. They are not better than Benjamin Asare. Though say so the national team experience bar ABN not the very Benjamin Asare, but current form they are not better than him. And by all means, with all these things included and as considered, they should make sure Abrante and Benjamin Asare play a part of this game.
I said Bejina goalkeepers coach in so. How be see training?
How? First of all, this is a national team we are talking about. National team be all over the world. You don't take such a gamble when it comes to goalkeeping department. You don't. The number one goalkeeper, just say be a BBC, and then the number two. Look, the only time in fact, year called 2006 World Cup qualifiers against South Africa. You know, Sami Eji should have been imposed. There was an issue.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That led to George O having the opportunity to go there. So, and don't forget, look, you're 92, you can say, but we are so new this. 92, here's the San goalkeepers 3 in a game.
Yeah.
But football will be able to miss. And the fact is that as a club, as big as Azovo, you have no excuse. The difference between number one goalkeeper and number two, the marginal difference is very tight.
That's very true. That's very
true. So look, we are Ahmed Shober, the son of the legendary Shober.
Yeah.
When goalkeeper Mohamed Al-Shanawi, anyone, you don't even see the difference. Let me give you an example. The national team. So we are talking national team. We went to Afcon 2021, Senegal. When Mohamed Shenawi had issue, Goba was imposed. All difference. So please, clubs has failed to do the right. House of Oak had the Bendida. They have Nano, they have Sami Eji. What has changed?
Yeah, Apostle.
So for national team collab, it's the dream of every player. Until in the absence of 50 years is because they failed to do what they've been doing well in the past. So they should blame themselves. Nobody is capable. They should blame themselves for doing their own thing.
And with all these things considered, the big question here we should be asking ourselves: Ghana was number one goalkeeper now.
Yes.
For the past 4 years, no.
From the World Cup, the point is that from the World Cup 2002, he's been number one. And if a keeper is number one for 2 seasons, it's established number one.
But the World Cup,
he's our number one.
Qualifies he now, one of them.
Keeper better go 2 years consistent ladder for club side or national team is number one. Unless it be our pride and our son.
Yeah.
But he's on that second one that you said. I think he is not helping the national team. We've seen him consistently. This is the point I'm trying to make here. Though say in recent times, whether you go post him, but me, I still don't believe he's the number one goalkeeper. That's we've seen certain things happening before. Yahoo goalkeepers are number one. They've been in the goalpost for quite some time. But the moment we see there is no improvement and there's another goalkeeper, the probability is set or them or better than you, then straight away you go to the bench. And it's the same thing I feel for these local boys. Simpson, we saw him in the games, and even we thought better than the foreign players.
Well, so at least you see, national team are totally different from club level. Look, national team, club level gambles, you can do it. National team must be careful. Razak Simpson cannot start the Chad game. You need a 3-point. Chad but you need a 3-point.
Yeah.
You need to secure it first. You don't go and do trial lock that are a bit critical problem now. I don't think that Salisu Jiku will be, you say that one of them to sit down for some You watch every national. Do you know why Southgate will always depend on Harry Maguire even when Manchester United is not playing?
Yeah.
Because of experience, stage, and also ability to know what to do at every point. The national team experience matters a lot.
Because we saw Simpson playing in the Blaster JC, and we saw the performance at least that he gave. Those say the
situation the Black Star went through, not qualifying, you don't make that mistake as a coach now. You need to get the 3-point. Tunisia coaching here, get the experience, get the point first. Who could try to lock your mistake, ne book fast. Well, never told
well understood, but yet it is my point, though. I believe the local players should be given that chance.
My agreement with you rather should be say game no you can say Chad 3.
Yeah.
Then you can bring him on because you need him over here that be a Salisu Kanejiku, that be a suspension and a pra you need him. Ntina Yaman or Quenya in the games, 2 games.
But to start there.
To start there. You need to be killing the game.
Okay. Philip, let me add up to my brother Prince was just saying. You see, in so many instances at the national team levels, young goalkeepers being kept even when their form is dwindling. Now, let me give you a clear example. France scored the 1998 World Cup with that is Fabien Barthez. And before the World Cup, Rem was even better and Gregory Coupe were better than Fabien Barthez. But the coach that time, Aimé Jacquet, decided, say, Fabien Barthez is my number 1. Because that time, you know, there were egos in the dressing room, and a person calm me those egos, you know. And one of those was Eric Cantona, and one was David Ginola. So Cantona and Ginola that time were in their prime and better than Zidane. But they decided, say, no, they will go with Zidane and blend it with Emmanuel Petit, Yuri Djorkaeff. France will go. And France went all the way, win the World Cup. 2002 in Japan and Korea. The best goalkeeper for Brazil was Dida. But then when even Dida in his elements was a backup to a local goalkeeper, Marcos. And that was the preference of the coach. Felipe will say, no, me Marcos na me peno. Marcos led Brazil. And Marcos was exceptional at the World Cup. It is sometimes, you know, national team, you know, arguments, you know, sometimes it is ambiguous. It is.
Just to add, you see, Prince, you're having a very good. Listen, a goalkeeper, a back four, and you're comfortable with a goalkeeper. 1, decision making. 2, judgment, and on the spot decision making. There's a goalkeeper no ending the back four no, over a period of someone tears here, come on. And somewhat GDA the back four, somewhat GDA one keeper no more. I know that the bad clearance is where it goes back. It takes time.
You see, and belief is not there.
I'm saying that the back four. Looking for nothing at all. Chandler, Gideon Mensah, Salisu Jikudebi.
Yeah, Momuni Momoka Kraya.
He almost any Sebio. If I'm say keeper have had understanding over a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Boss, you are saying that I understand. Sorry, but I see. Say there's no coordination even. With this long time I'm able together, there's no proper coordination.
Even assuming without admitting, even though me Sheran Gindi said there's no coordination. Now a numpo your case, there's no coordination. You are bringing a new goalkeeper. The stage, our league is not even among the top best leagues in Africa. So if you are doing very well here, in terms of quality assessment, is subjective. Secondly, then would the Obia or no boy, no matter what it is, an European game and competition is far better superior to ours. Or no on opportunity in that, only place in boy that. Where our board that plan they said that omo managing not green. Me goalkeeper bidding this country in the national team. You have no idea. We had a similar situation. It was a total disaster. And to Asha, you watch. Apart from the North Africans, and the Nukrano, it is only Tunisia. Morocco is having Yassin Bono. Mustafa Zagba is now in Europe. The point is that North African Kwana had the confidence to do that. Any lesser known countries in this qualifier, everybody, he arrived before anyone arrived, is using their A and top class goalkeeper. Unibi. When one moment, GTS look, stage fright here a serious matter because you've not have experience, you've not been there before. It's a different ball game. It's better say easy way never since it's safer. But if you go and do this risk, you are finished. So okay. I agree. Me, Ghana in the history of this country, we've had local players that Adaji Caps in Mayu, local keepers. Yeah. But how many quality goalkeepers trainers work Ghana clubs? So how many of them have the quality to train goalkeepers to become very tough? We are Ali Jara and Richard Kingston in this league, in Ghana league playing together. Do you have that caliber now?
Eddie,
Philip.
And you see, sometimes coaches be a starting projects. You don't just follow the templates. But the bigger worry, I understand my brother Press. The bigger worry is that we've not seen your handiworks of Otuano in the team. You see, Ghana played against Angola, I think at Babayara Stadium, right? And it was Salisu and Mumin. And Mumin was one of is till date rival Kano best centre back. But you could see there was nothing like telepathy or understanding between the duo. The two had no understanding or telepathy. That is this guy, Salisu and Mumin. And on the day, Mumin was going to cover up, rather created a chance for the opposition. Milson scored. Ghana for all the time, we friend new players. Now, you will never understand the structure of the national team. It's normally, it is very difficult for that is coaches to change their golden team. Now, let me give you an example here. The best squad that Brazil had the World Cup is 2006. Go and do your checks. The best, no, Menka 70. 70 is the best squad. 70 crown a team. You see, you can't names, star-studded names are the star-studded names.
Because they chose to go to the 70 at that time, Europe was
and when that time too, you see, I saw football in the beginning to say, yes, 1970 would always be the best national team ever. And the G2
from goalkeeper to everywhere,
from Felix, nobody. Yeah, we understand. Yeah. But in our generation and in our time, the 2016, Brazil had the best squad at the World Cup in 2006. There was no team out of competing Brazil, even their bench. Juninho Pernambucano crowned on the bench. But do you know why Brazil couldn't go far? There was no Rivaldo. Who be the glue of Bonde, Ronaldinho, and Ronaldo? Until Ronaldinho was a shamba at the World Cup. So there was no template for Carlos Alberto Pereira at the World Cup. Sometimes, some will build a national team of players be winning here. And one player, Brazil Ronaldo, and what that solid bond was Rivaldo. And the moment Rivaldo was out of the team, a worrying sign for the entire Brazil team. Meanwhile, they had their best squad. Now, let me tell you, the 2002 Argentina team, what they call World Cup, 2022 team then are better than Argentina of 2002, or to some extent 2006. But then, Argentina the 2002 World Cup in Mali, in Japan and Korea. At the group stage, Argentina lost out. They almost free at the group stage. Into the mechanic, say, yeah, Black Stars, we should have a template. You see, there is nothing like, in terms of squad selection, any collapse, there is nothing like consistency. Are there Ghana Black Stars carrying their lack? There is no consistency with regards to young collapse. And then said there are players who are playing very well in Europe. Antoine Semenyo is Bournemouth's best player. This season, he's been most visible player for Bournemouth.
Okay.
He's still Clement Moody and some Mubalata pass of the season. Antoine Semenyo from the off has been Bournemouth's best player this season. But what do we see when Semenyo comes to the Black Stars? Now, somebody like Kudus Mohamed save issues with the past coach Lopetegui and what have you. Say Lopetegui say selfish, he doesn't play as a team player near the idea. But then he has recaptured the best form and the Grand Porter. But it was the scene was worse when Ghana were playing at the Afcon qualifiers. In the qualifiers, Ghana a group in there full. We played against Sudan, played against Niger. Ghana couldn't qualify. We played against Sudan, Niger, and Angola. At the year crown, Niger be Ghana, or Ghana. Ghana played against Niger, Sudan, and Angola. And Angola's coach, Pedro Gonçalves, was very optimistic. Saying, "Be Ghana or Ghana."
Okay.
And he came here to beat Ghana. In recent times, we play against Comoros Islands and struggle. But again, as a son with the Black Stars, what has changed? That is the bigger worrying signs everybody is talking about. And then listen, tickets, so the list is 10 Ghana cedis. The list is 10 Ghana cedis. You see, are they ever driving people to the stadium? Probably the Stars, or who Kodusda, or who bought a Semenyo or Koshon. Okay. That's a passionate person, Ghana. I don't think so. Still.
Philip Medasepa, and the live commentary Bebremu. Santikoro Uremu Wenchi, who and young apostles at the boy in live commentary Beba. House of folk Uremu Bechem, our money Bechem United, Nebo Bechem won't consider go home. has been the first team this season obet ma kwashi go wana ani na no live commentary betwe go was Sompa 93.1 FM Zunti bobe no me no bopon be sema aduasa de konantem pa so na wakatena se na wam wafidie na da besa twa go live on Facebook ntino na wam wafidie na da 3 pm pepe na jane dem na commentary ni hihye so no bibia na fine we yemfa mo course no kakra yemfa mo course no kakra na menko apostles omra amemfa course no kakra because na me ponte mo amemfa course no kakra so 0551931931 0551931931 0548931931 okay nti yemfa mo course no sisi na young senisi etie okay yemfa first call hello okay 0548931931 0548931931 0551931931 0548931931 hello okay 0548931931 0548931931 hello caller hello and then so line yeah
lines you know
sure
Sindo boss of folk almost title contenting bet me by we and yeah
I will bet him
of course someone you're careful they will lose the game and then psychologically they will have lost 2 consecutive games and then after BBN no way so someone you're careful and that match you know someone picking a point they can't win at Beijing air football winning
yeah
but the probability was so say losing so if they're able to pick a point that's good for them but someone win here and which is looking very difficult as we know Bechema it means that you know say and ade ba konso kotoko any goal stars omunya kwa we kotoko winchi that's a difficult game for kotoko a game kotoko pitch no and quite good and yes a solid like Barbara and it's an advantage to Apostle but we should go away performances they hardly lose away we won't say in recent times almost 1 point obenya but how if be any goal stars fair or baseke because goal stars they are going 2 away matches on Mokoi some second pick a point now goal stars anti me and pick a point or baseke it gives an advantage when it comes to the title chase so there's here so it is going to be look this game is going to be very interesting the Kotoko game a lot of pressure Kotoko body there no Kotoko so any baseke because you see Omo betting me Kotoko Pano Heart of Lions Gold Stars Fed Heart of Lions and then Nations so Nations winning which I know though is looking likely said they will beat Adriana then the heat will be on now Mediama Ako a dangerous zone Samate that game is going to be a grudge match so much in Libya that game is going to be very very tight I don't see Mediama winning there maybe another Spurs either score draw 0-0 or Samate is winning that game the Basana Mediama quest to continue pushing to be a contender for the league no questions about
okay
so as of folk today do or die because if they lose today's game the league is over for us of folk
all right apostle me da sepa na yenya birthdays na yenkoi we free Orlando say yemfa birthday wish we Emma Priscilla Dankwa, our chief apprentice, our Angie's Creation, Bramanti, Priscilla Dankwa, Emma happy birthday from Orlando. Ave Frederick Anoche, we are sport journalist who Kumasi Orlando say, Yama happy birthday, Panel birthday, Nyamisha na Ongusunyo Kasi. Philip, Yentiwe.
Yes, Sekendita Krade is where I'm landing first. Papa Yenzu Kwansa, a very good friend of mine. Osiana and his sister birthday, and his sister a friend of that is Nana Tanoba Kwansa, who lives in Tema. Nana Tanoba Kwansa, who lives in Tema. Message of Ransford, front to screens in my hair. That is Nana Tanoba Kwansa, who lives in Tema. That is Nana Tanoba Kwansa. Happy birthday to sister Nana Tanoba Kwansa. We love you so much. From your brother, Papa Yenzo Kwansa, inside Thadi. Now, the next one here, from a teacher at Methodist Secondary School. That is Methodist Secondary School in Takrade. Also, be blessed, my boy, Kobe Nanewa Wilson. Happy birthday. Be blessed, my boy, Kobe Nanewa Wilson. If you teacher, Sir Barnabas Wilson. No, also the message here. But now the next one here, from Alisio. He's a prisons officer. He's a prisons officer. Sly from Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. Osi Wishi Alisio, who is also a prisons officer at Sekendi Prisons, head of prisons, Sekendi. He's the head of prisons. Evans is the real name, but Nidia Yeta the friend of Alisio. Happy birthday to him.
Okay, Philip, that's a prince. From here,
a friend Augustine Sifa. Formerly of Kobia Kumasa Santo Kotoko Abash good national team no anya ho atwa ho kakra de aba na Reverend George Asante Coleman and Prophet Peter Adom Afum and am say mfa akonya we so and we she Augustine Sifa formerly of Kobia Kumasa Santo Kotoko o ma sorry no oko
Augustine Sifa no
birthday yes enti say mfa akonya we so and we she a very happy birthday nyankopon shaw onye okese onyimfo adumu emfa akwa adumu pa professional.
Okay, Prince Madam say ye dey see ana ye kwa Accra yes Sompa 106.5 Accra prem to bre no anya adu as ye kone ko fa wi prem to bre kase bone bre mo ye from Sinko di Mario